My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our omnipresent Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Dear Sai brothers and sisters, Sai Ram. I am indeed honored to stand before you now and extend my attitude of gratitude to our beloved Swami for giving this opportunity to address you all, the devotees gathered here at this Buddha Poornima celebration in 2013. In fact, this is a dream I saw some time back, becoming a reality today. In one of my dreams, I witnessed myself doing a similar presentation in the presence of our beloved Swami. Although Swami, your physical presence is not visible at this very moment of time, you are very much present among us today in your Holy Spirit. You are omnipresent and you are omnipotent. This, I am sure, is being felt by all of us, the devotees who are gathered here for this occasion of Buddha Poornima celebration 2013. Today is the full moon day of the month of Vesak. This day is of paramount importance to about 500 million people who follow the teaching of Lord Buddha. As Dr. Ravindran said, this day happens to be the day of commemorative importance of 3 significant events connected with the life of Lord Buddha, namely his birth, his enlightenment, and his demise, or the parinirvana. Lord Buddha lived on this planet 2,600 years ago. Even prior to his birth, there had been some accepted rules or precepts practiced by the mankind for them to survive as disciplined human beings. They became a way of life. Those rules were highly acceptable to the society as they possessed the qualities essential for the right conduct and well-being of the mankind. The Lord Buddha gave a further meaning to those rules by putting them into a more practical way by the introduction of 5 simple precepts that can be easily followed by anyone who desires to do so. This Lord Buddha said that never be an extremist, be guided by the middle path. Buddha explained the middle path, saying that if strings of a musical instrument are set too tight, then the instrument will not play harmoniously. If the strings are set too loose, the instrument will not produce music. Only the middle way, not too tight and not too loose, will produce harmonious music. One of the basic practices of the Buddhists all over the world is to follow these 5 precepts in their day-to-day life. They are namely, the first precept, as we all know, Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadan Samadhyami, means I undertake the rule of training to refrain from harming living things. This shows the importance of life. As life is valuable to all, no one has the right to destroy another's life. Swami says that in every living being there is Sai in it. Therefore, extend loving kindness to all beings. Kindness is an essential attribute of mankind. One should develop kindness towards all. Only then one can rise to the level of divinity. Do not hurt anyone with words or deeds. This is called ahimsa. Swami referred to Buddha as saying that non-violence is the greatest dharma. The observance of non-violence has been described as the highest form of dharma. All the violence in the world today is owing to the fact that people do not lead the right lives. Love will be fostered only when non-violence is practiced. When love is practiced, there will be peace in the world. The second precept is Adinadana Veramani Sikkhapadan Samadhyami. I undertake the rule of training to refrain from taking what is not given. This shows the life's importance given to the ownership of inanimate objects. Swami says, in under any circumstances and on any compulsion, one should not rob another's property. The third precept is Kame Sumichachara Veramani Sikkhapadan Samadhyami, means I undertake the rule of training to refrain from misuses of the senses. It involves in advising us to refrain from the misuses of all the five senses. In this precept, the word michachara has to be correctly understood. The Buddhist is not asked to abstain from eating the food he likes or satisfying his eyes or ears with works of art or music. He is not asked to abstain totally from other sensual desires as well. Only wrongful enjoyment is not accepted. Swami says, watch your actions and character at all times. Our conduct, our actions, all what you see, hear and consume by way of liquid or solid, all these should be regarded as offering to divine. The fourth precept is Musavada Veramani Sikkhapadan Samadhyami, which means I undertake the rule of training to refrain from uttering lies, wrong speech. It shows the importance of being honest. Swami says, watch your words at all times. In truth, there is only one. The entire world has originated from truth, is sustained by truth, and ultimately merges into truth. There is no place without the principle of truth. Truth is challengeless. In all the three phases of time, that is past, present, and future, everything may disappear, but truth remains forever. There is a saying that if one tells the truth, you need not remember anything. And Dr. Jumsai told about the truth and the power of truth. The fifth precept is Suramere Majupama Dattana Veramani Sikkhapadan Samadhyami. I undertake the rule of training to refrain from taking drugs or intoxicating drinks which tend to cloud the mind. It shows the importance of having a clear mind, which is very essential for spiritual development. Swami says to an intoxicated man, the world appears insane, foolish, misled, and blind. Swami summarized all these saying that love is God, God is love. Love more and more people. Transform love into service, into worship. That is the highest spiritual practice. This basic teaching can be said in 8 words. Love all, serve all, help ever, and hurt never. The Lord Buddha explained how one could make Dhamma as one's own island of refuge. He said, it is through the cultivation of mindfulness or awareness of the body, sensations, mind and mind objects, one can assimilate Dhamma. Mano pugam gama Dhamma, mano setta manomaya, manasache paduttena, basativa karotiva. This means all mental natures are mind-marshaled. Mind is their chief and they are mind-made. Swami explains Dharma as any act that is done with purity in thoughts, words, and deeds. The whole universe is bound by it. All the spiritual leaders who came to this world had been telling us to do something very basic, which is to practice common sense. Be good, do good, serve the mankind the best manner you could. Lord Buddha said that human life is highly valuable. Keep its value by practicing human values. In this context, I have already explained the 5 precepts, which I devotedly practice as a habit. All these are things which can be done with common sense. Unfortunately, practicing common sense had become so uncommon in the world today. This had been the case right through the human history. There was a Chinese philosopher called Confucius, 2,600 years ago, living during the same time period of Lord Buddha. Confucius said that the existence of the world to a greater extent would depend on the application of common sense. However, right throughout the existence of the world, common sense would be the most uncommon thing to be found on the earth. That's why our avatar Bhagavan had to come in human form to show the mankind the right path and to remind us of the teaching of our own particular religions. These 5 precepts of Buddha's way of life are universally acceptable and applicable to every person of any religion because it contains nothing that any religion could possibly object to or take offense with. Practice of these 5 precepts would help the entire humanity to avoid most of the man-made problems in the world today. Hence, Swami's mission too has been to reawaken the world to establish love and peace, so as to unite all mankind towards enlightenment and rejuvenation of human kindness. Swami's teachings are universal to all religions. In Swami's own words, he has said that, "I have come not to disturb or destroy any faith, but to confirm each in his own faith so that a Buddhist can become a better Buddhist, a Hindu a better Hindu, a Christian could become a better Christian, and a Muslim a better Muslim." Lord Buddha says, "Dhammo have rakkati dhammachari." It means that those who are in Dhamma will be protected by Dhamma itself. Our beloved Swami says, "When you keep 1 step towards me, I will in return keep 10 steps towards you." This again is a clear endorsement to say that Swami will help you to go to the roots of our own faith. In this forum, I wish to place my own personal experience as to how Swami helped me to follow the 5 precepts, which was the first basic learning I had from my own religion, Buddhism. Since 1982, my faith in Bhagavan had shown and guided me through a path to make me a faithfully practicing Buddhist. This has helped me to follow the 5 precepts with a lot of conscious effort and to be in the correct path with the right conduct. To name one single instance, I may mention that from the time I stepped into Puttaparthi in October 1990, I immediately decided to be a vegetarian, a practice subsequently followed by all my family members. This experience of mine clearly indicates that my faith in Swami has made me a Buddhist, a better Buddhist than ever before. Furthermore, his teaching helped me to earn my living in the most gratifying manner to date. Today, I'm a trainer in service quality enhancement, doing lectures both for public and private sector entities. I had to make a crucial decision in my career in year 2001. I was dilly-dallying to decide on the option of leaving a steady, pensionable, vice presidential job in a bank and embark upon something entirely new on my own. Strength which I had, the vocation of teaching, a profession in which I felt I could passionately contribute more value to the potential skills development of the mankind. During this time, while in my sleep, one night, Swami appeared in a dream and tapped on my back and said, "Go ahead with your decision of starting something on your own. I will guide and look after you." Since then, despite all the calamities and economic crisis that took place in the world, Swami was with me in my vocation, helping and guiding me to earn my living. Since I got married, my wife, who was not a devotee at that time, soon began to follow the teachings of Swami and silently got involved with many seva activities. As Swami says, marriage is bringing the unity of 2 into 1. My wife's faith in Swami soon became unshakable. As a result, we became a very happy wedded couple, moving from strength to strength, with a feeling that Swami is in and around us in our all endeavors. Fulfilling bare necessities and doing away with greed wherever possible is something which both of us together try to practice always. Being truthful to ourselves and thereby being honest to the society had always given me a restful, comfortable sleep in the night. Human beings by nature are tempted to utter lies at some times for their own advantage. The basic test of feeling that I assumed at every moment is that Swami is beside me always and that he overhears what I say and do. Swami says, "Succeed in all tests. then you will become tasty for Bhagavan. There is a myth in the corporate world that dining and wining is something one needs to do often to develop networking and social relationships. It is an accepted fact that alcoholic drinks are severely harmful to the body and spirituality. As Swami says, hurry, worry and hurry make people sick. Nobody has a right to force another to consume such harmful drinks or food. I have successfully established my contacts in the corporate community gatherings by holding a glass of ginger beer in the hand instead of a mug of beer. Similarly, the stress we go through on a daily basis could easily be overcome by either singing or listening to bhajans. In the reflection, I realized following Swami's teaching truly and really had helped me to be a better practicing Buddhist. Swami's endeavor was to make the teachings of all spiritual leaders universal. He proclaims, let the different faith exist. If each person lives the ideas propounded by the founders of their own religion, unaffected by greed or hate, then this planet will be a happy and a peaceful habitation for the mankind. Today we are gathered here from all over the world to fulfill ourselves with a lot of bliss in this auspicious day of Vesak, practicing the learning we had from our own religions, with the guidance we receive from Swami, is something we should eternally believe in. At this moment of time, pondering our minds with questions such as whether Swami is still present amongst us, just in the same manner as he was living, or again and again questioning why is that Swami had a samadhi so soon, are not worthy of any more botheration for ourselves. The annual celebrations of Buddha Poornima is an occasion for all of us to be conscious of the religious practices and remind us of their values. As it says, celebrations are reminders. Therefore, let us question ourselves today, to what extent truly did we practice the Swami's teaching from the day we got closer to him? Similarly, to what extent did we get closer to our own religion with the guidance of Swami? What transformation did we bring about to our own lives after becoming a devotee of Swami? Lord Buddha says, Appamado amata padam, pamado machune padam. It means never ever be late to follow the teachings of Dhamma. So let us pass a resolution in our minds today, at this very moment of time, so as to go back and think of at least one single precept of learning we had from Buddhism but have failed to practice so far. Take an initiative individually and make a beginning today to practice at least one simple single precept in memory of Swami and Buddha Poornima of 2013. Collectively, when we put right things into practice across all over the world, this earth will be a beautiful place for all of us to live in peace and harmony. I take this opportunity to thank my parents for giving me the needed education and inculcating values to come and do this speech here. I think I consider it as one of the most holiest places in the world on a day like this. To do this speech is the greatest honor that I have received. Thank you very much for listening to me. Jai Sai Ram.